Hello, this is Erin with the Joy in Pens and Paper, and it is day 13 of the Diamine Inkvent calendar. So let's get that door open and let's see what is in there. Ooh, lullaby. That is a standard ink. I'm going to go with it's in the pink family based on the label. And let's get this wrapping off. So with being over halfway through this Inkvent calendar, please let me know in the comments what has been your favorite so far. Just to help you out, here are my swatch pages so far, so you can see them. This is Clairefontaine Rhodia paper right here and Life Bank paper right here. I'm going to use a Kakimori brass nib dip pen to swatch this out. And if I were to look, gosh, I mean, I do love Marley. But that's also a very special. Oh, this looks like it could be more of a magenta. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So it's not as saturated as I was expecting, but definitely kind of matches the label. Let me move this up so it's definitely in frame. So Lullaby, day 13. Some others that I really love, I love Wishing Tree, and I love Wilted Rose, and I do like Icy Lilac and Baltic Breeze. I might like Grotto. I kind of, I need to put it in a pen and play. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side to dry, and let's swatch on the Clairefontaine Rhodia paper. And at the end, we'll put these side by side so we can compare them. Just had to check my other page because I thought for a second I had noted it as day 11. I don't know why I thought that. Interesting. Seems it might be a little dry coming off that nib. Okay, and then next up, I'm gonna bring over, this is a Hobonichi Tomoe River blank paper notebook that I got this year when I did my Hobonichi order. This is Snow Globe from yesterday, which is a chameleon ink. Has a little bit of chromo shading, but you can see the shimmer there. So that's how it dried. Looking at the back, for those of you interested in things like bleed through and shadowing, in the writing, there's a little bit of almost bleed through for Chilly Nights here, but the splats or the little ink swatches there, I think with the amount of ink that is put down, I'm not surprised that it bleeds through. I'm not really going to critique the ink nor the paper for that. But anywho, so I'm going to use this little pipette and grab a little bit of ink. And just place that there. I have a sandwich baggie. This is very light. Just get that distributed. Okay. Then I'm going to use my Kakimori brass nib pen again and write day 13. Lullaby. And this is a standard. And I'm going to add in just a few lines to show off, again, the similar to the other papers, but looking at the line variation that you can get with the Kakimori brass nib. And then last but not least, I'm going to use 3 TWSBI Goes in a fine, medium, and stub to do a writing sample. It's a little bit more legible than what I thought, if I'm being honest, with that fine nib. That's my stub. And here's my stub. All right. So now let's talk about this ink. This is kind of a, what color? Orchid color is what it's giving me. It's a little bit like an orchid flower. It's a little pink, little tiny hint of purple. And as that swatch dries, we'll see more. When I come back for day 14, I will show this swatch. And then here it is on the other 2 papers. So it's actually fairly consistent color across the 3 papers, which we have seen some differences for some of the other colors. I think it was Snow Globe. Yeah, Snow Globe was very different across the 2 papers. And I think this one might be a slight bit more purple, but that to me is kind of a reach. I am pleasantly surprised that in the fine nib, it is as legible as it is, just it is a light color ink. So that is a very pleasant surprise. And it's a really pretty color. Definitely really good for going into spring. I think when I think about an Inkvent calendar, I think about colors that are really appropriate for the time of year or the season that we're in. But I also have to give Diamine credit that they're almost thinking ahead for the entire year, because these inks will last you the entire year, or at least they will last me the entire year. So there are some inks here that are going to really take you into the spring season. And I think this is one of them. This is a very lovely ink that I could see being excellent for like an April, May time of year. So, all right, that is day 13 for the Diamine Inkvent. I appreciate you joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for day 14. Bye.